Have you ever really stopped to think about the science behind a smile? Not, the feeling, but the actual physical structure. Well, today we're diving into something pretty amazing, the incredible, personalized engineering that goes into a device many people rely on every single day, the removable partial denture. We're going to see how it all comes together.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Every single mouth on this planet is a completely unique landscape. It's got its own hills, its own valleys, its own specific contours. So the big question, the real engineering challenge, is this. How in the world do you build a piece of precision hardware that has to fit and function perfectly inside that one-of-a-kind environment?
It's really easy to look at a missing tooth and think of it as just, a gap, a cosmetic thing. But the reality is so much more complex than that. Restoring that space isn't just about looks, it's about addressing a whole cascade of issues related to your health and how your mouth actually works.
So, what are we really trying to accomplish here? Well, priority number one, the absolute top goal, is to preserve everything that's still there. You want to protect the remaining teeth and the surrounding structures. After that, of course, it's about getting things back to normal, restoring your appearance, your ability to speak clearly, and being able to chew properly. All of this rolls up into one big thing, restoring your overall health, comfort, and quality of life.
Okay, so when you're facing this situation, there are a few different ways to go. You've probably heard about things like fixed bridges or dental implants, and those are great options. But today, we're going to zero in on another major player in the game, the removable partial denture, or as we'll call it, the RPD.
So what exactly is an RPD? At its core, it's a custom-made prosthesis that fills in for missing teeth. And the most important word in its name is removable. Unlike a bridge that's cemented in place, the patient can actually take this out and put it back in themselves. It gets its support and stability from a clever combination of the remaining natural teeth and the gums.
Let's just quickly put this into perspective. When you stack it up against fixed solutions, like a bridge or an implant, the RPD is a whole different animal. First off, you can take it out. That's a big one. It also often requires way less preparation of the neighboring teeth, sometimes none at all, which is a huge plus. And generally speaking, this makes it a more cost-effective route, especially with the initial investment. As with anything, each option has its own pros and cons.
All right, now we're getting to my favorite part, the blueprint. This is where the real magic happens. Making one of these isn't just about taking a quick impression and calling it a day. Oh no, creating a truly functional RPD is a meticulous process of high-precision mapping and planning. It's some serious bioengineering.
And here is the single biggest challenge, the puzzle that has to be solved. For an RPD to work properly and, crucially, not harm the teeth it's holding onto, it can't just be wedged into place any which way. It needs one and only one perfectly defined path to go in and come out. If it can rock and wiggle in from different angles, it's going to be unstable. And if it binds up, it can put some seriously damaging forces on those all-important supporting teeth.
So, how do you find that one perfect path? You use this brilliant piece of equipment, the Dental Surveyor. The best way to think of it is as a specialized 3D mapping tool, but for a model of your mouth. It allows the designer to analyze every single surface, every curve, every angle, to find that one single ideal path for the denture to travel.
And the process itself is just so methodical and cool. First, the surveyor's little analyzing rod literally maps the unique geography of each tooth. Then, the technician tilts the model on the surveyor's base, searching until they find that one perfect angle where the path is clear. Once that path is locked in, the same tool helps pinpoint the perfect spots for support and for grip. And then, the whole plan is drawn right onto the model, like a blueprint for a building.
So, once that blueprint is finalized, it's time to actually build this thing. And an RPD isn't just one chunk of metal and plastic. It's actually an assembly of highly specialized components, and each one has a very specific job to do. I like to think of it as a team, where every single player has to perform perfectly for the team to win. So, let's meet the team.
First up, we have the major connector. This is the backbone of the whole operation. It's the chassis. Its number one job is to be completely rigid, tying the left side and the right side of the denture together into one solid unit. And that rigidity is absolutely critical, because it's what lets the denture spread out the forces from chewing across the whole arch, instead of overloading just one or two teeth. Next on the team, we've got the rests. These are like tiny, powerful support beams. They're designed to fit perfectly into little indentations, called rest seats, that are prepared on the surface of the natural teeth.
Their whole job is to provide vertical support. They literally stop the denture from sinking down into the gums, and they do it by cleverly directing all those chewing forces right down the long, strong axis of the tooth, which is exactly where you want them to go.
Okay, so it's supported, but what keeps it from falling out? Ah, that's the job of the direct retainers, which most people just call clasps. The best way to picture these is as flexible, gripping hands. They're precisely designed to reach around and gently hug a natural curve on the tooth, an area we call an undercut. So when you bite into something sticky that tries to pull the denture away, these little arms flex just enough to hold on tight. That's your retention right there.
Now, to make sure the whole thing is stable and doesn't rock around, we have the minor connectors and guiding planes. Minor connectors are like the struts that connect all the other parts to that main backbone, and they are designed to slide along perfectly flat surfaces prepared on the sides of the teeth. Those are the guiding planes. It's this smooth sliding contact that locks in that one single path of insertion we keep talking about. It's what keeps the denture from wiggling side to side.
And finally, we have the denture base. This is the foundation that actually holds the new artificial teeth. It's usually pink, and it's custom molded to rest comfortably on the gums. It not only supports the teeth, but it also helps transfer some of those chewing forces to the underlying tissue. This is the part that really fills in the gap and brings the smile back together.
So, when you put it all together, you take that incredibly detailed blueprint and you assemble this team of highly specialized components, what you get is something way more than just a set of fake teeth. You get a true symphony of support.
A really well-made RPD has 5 key characteristics. Support, that's the rest doing their job, keeping it from sinking. Stability, that's the guiding planes, preventing any side-to-side wobble. Retention, those are the clasps, stopping it from being pulled out. Rigidity, that's the major connector, making the whole thing one solid piece. And maybe the most important and coolest is passivity. That means when the denture is fully seated and you're not chewing, it's just resting. It's not actively pushing or pulling on any teeth. It's passive.
And that right there is the real beauty of it all. You have all of this mind-boggling complexity, the surveying, the biomechanics, the precision engineering of every little part, and it's all harnessed to create a solution that for the patient feels simple, comfortable, and just works. It's engineering that serves a fundamentally human need.
Which, honestly, brings us right back to where we started. This quote just nails it. The whole point of all this technology and design isn't just about the device. The goal is to use this amazing engineering to preserve what's healthy and to give someone back the health, the comfort, and the quality of life that comes with a complete, functional smile.
So, the next time you think about dental work or even just see a smile, maybe you'll remember this. It's so much more than just filling a space. It's a fantastic reminder that behind something we see every day, there can be a truly remarkable and mostly hidden feat of personalized engineering.